All right, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, so you're here today because somebody invited you. Either they invited you for this meeting or they invited you previously, and now you have joined the ranks of the SAFIR affiliates or members that we market product and services for ZENIQ Technologies. So I'm going to talk a little bit about, obviously, the company. We're going to talk a little bit about what they do, why they're so amazing, things like that. So the first thing I want to get out of the way, make sure everybody's good to go. Yes, there will be conversations about kind of forecast of pricing, or we'll talk a little bit about there's a time and sales halving process that happens with the coins and the actual distribution of those. And so there'll be some interesting ways to understand that. But all of this really plays into kind of a financial area. Sometimes people throw it in the investment area. So we want to make sure that look, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not giving kind of no financial advice on the fact that I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money. I will inform you of this is what I did. And I will talk a little bit about some of the challenges with and the liabilities of, giving out that type of information. And so please, if you hear something that's feeling like you want to invest or you want to become part of this system, then great. Know that you are doing what you believe is the right thing to do, not because Rashid said so. Excellent. Today, we're going to talk about SAFIR Global, ZENIQ Technologies, and the relationship between the two, plus OCS International Financial Investment Bank. These three companies are working together very closely in order to provide the most amazing experience for us all. Now, real quick, because I'm going to talk a little bit more about them as we move on. ZENIQ Technologies is an actual organization or a company that has put together the next generation of crypto and fiat payment systems in a seamless fiat and crypto ecosystem for finance and investments. So they're an actual blockchain-based company or organization that has created a seamless ecosystem that you can actually perform transactions between fiat and cryptocurrency with ease. So that's really what they're all about. And we are fortunate to be a part of this particular revolution. SAFIR Global, you'll hear the name not as much because they are the marketing arm, and we as affiliates or members or marketers, we actually are part of the SAFIR membership or SAFIR Global membership, right? So yes, you will hear the term ZENIQ because of the actual coin, because of the actual products and services. But just remember, SAFIR is the one that actually is the exclusive distributor for ZENIQ technology, blockchain-based products and services. OCS International is the investment bank. It's a global or worldwide investment bank that has taken on ZENIQ Technologies as a client and to support them and to help to make them more profitable. So that's a pretty amazing thing. And it's a big statement when it comes down to who are you really working with. And you're working with some powerhouses when you get involved with this particular trio here. These are the the chiefs behind it: Chief Marketing Officer, Chief Executive Officer, Chief Operation Officers, and the Chief Sales Officer. So of course, these are real people that actually run this organization. And we know that you can find that information very public. And so I'll let you do the research if you so desire. All right, so what is the mission? What are we really, really looking at here when it comes to this particular company called SAFIR Global? SAFIR Global says their mission is to connect traditional banking and crypto in one system where people can build a viable business and create a sustainable income by using the ZENIQ platform. And so ZENIQ Technologies, being a fintech enterprise, say that they are the ones that connect the next generation of crypto and fiat payment with the seamless fiat and crypto ecosystem for finance and investments. And so you're saying, what does that all mean? Well, simply put, they're helping us, putting us in a position to join them to enter the multi-trillion-dollar market of the crypto and fiat payment, fiat crypto ecosystem with the finance and investments. So all of that is that multi-trillion-dollar market that ZENIQ Technologies is right in the middle of. And actually, by the time I finish this brief, you'll see that they're leading in this particular space. So when I talk about ZENIQ, I talk about SAFIR, I talk about OCS, all of these companies have something very much in common. They're located in Dubai, Dubai being the blockchain city. This is something that has been named. This is something that it's been referred to by people obviously there and people abroad. Why? Because for years I have looked at each country in the Middle East, and they had something called Vision 2020 back in the day. And then obviously after 2020, it became Vision 2030, right? And so all of the countries have this vision that they want to attain going forward. And Dubai has always been forward thinking when it comes to technology. And so what they've done is taken their whole country from sand to amazing technology in a very short period of time. And so, you know, before the pandemic, their big thing was tourism. And obviously it still is a big deal. But that was a big focus, was we don't have the oil, we don't have the gas, we don't have all those other things that, you know, the Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and all those have. So what do we have? And so tourism was kind of their thing. Let's make some attractions that anybody can show up and have a good time and be who they are. And that's what they were very, very good at. And they still are very good at that. I spent 11 years in the Middle East, so this is not something that I talk about and research. No, this is, I've lived this. Spent a lot of time between Kuwait, Qatar, Oman, Bahrain, as well as Dubai, and Abu Dhabi more than Dubai, but definitely an amazing place. They do offer so many opportunities for technology companies. And I've heard that they want to be known as the, you know, Silicon Valley of the Middle East. So I think they're definitely on track to take it to that level. Dubai being one of the first smart cities, so to speak, in classified as a smart city. They're still obviously working on things, putting things in motion so that is actually will materialize for the long term. Obviously, it's not an overnight thing. It takes time, but it is a well-known location that's built on allowing blockchain technology-based companies, smart cities, Internet of Things, 5G, all of those particular technologies are really, really flourishing there. So if you're going to get involved with a blockchain-based company, why not get it from the place that is most open and flourishing when it comes to the technology? And that's what ZENIQ Technologies is to us. Us meaning Rashid Hill. So I'm Rashid Hill. Yes, Coach Rashid. Why? Because I'm actually a certified life coach, which basically is under the moniker of strategic intervention coach. My mentor, coach, and trainer was the Tony Robbins Institute, Robbins Madonna's Institute. This was a few years back. And so I really, you know, I like what Tony Robbins do. I like the way that his energy really, really, you know, gets out there and people can kind of relate to that. And it makes change in people's lives and brings success and things like that. So whatever your goals and dreams are, I felt that he was the best person for me to actually find a way to learn from. And so with his coaching program and really, really was a powerful program. So that's kind of where that Coach Rashid piece comes from. Been involved with, you know, online marketing, offline marketing, been an entrepreneur for, wow, since high school. So it's been a while. I think my first real entrepreneurship was, I was a DJ back in the day for, you know, after football games and things like that. So yeah, so I got some experience between that time and all the way up to doing some, you know, network marketing, building an online business called Next Era Learning, LLC. That's the E-Academy. I wrote a book called 8 Ways to Be 10 Times Better. Really talking about kind of how to move you from where you are to where you want to be with, you know, vision, goals, understanding yourself and where you are, and how do you shift your paradigm? How do you shift the way you think, what you do, you know, how to create that vision for where you want to be, the good energy, really just building your future right, you know, where you are. and then taking control of that. And I think it's worked very well, and that's why we're here today. You know, if you want to look at this in the sense of, okay, who is this person and what's his history? That's awesome. We can do that. You can go to knowofme.net and you can find out all about where I've been. But if you want to know who can help me get to where I want to go, who can help me from a mentoring, coaching, and business perspective, organizationally, then this is definitely where you want to put your mind at ease, because we can work hand in hand. We can move the needle forward and get you to where you want to be in this particular company or any other that you pursue. So this is kind of a little bit about me. Now we're going to talk about why you're really here. What is the opportunity we have right in front of us? First of all, ZENIQ Technologies is developing the first fiat cryptocurrency financial ZENIQ hub. They've combined their asset exchange platform with a strong cryptocurrency and a modern mobile fiat banking system supporting their seamless network. Now, this is something that I really like for everybody to hone in on, pay attention. ZENIQ provides you the opportunity to invest in products and projects in the early stage to enjoy strong profits and tokenized assets to increase your investment or return on investment. There is no recruiting required. Okay, so I want you to get that, because I know that we have people that like to, build networks. We have people that are very relationship builders. We know that we have people that may be in the industries that, where you have to have those connections. So that's great. You're like, hey, look, I'm a networker. I like doing that stuff. The recruiting is not a problem. But then you have people that say, look, I've been there, done that. I'm not doing it anymore, but I do like investing in crypto. I like the space. This is like next level of decentralized finance. So I really want to get involved, but I just want to invest my money and I want to see how I can earn my return. That's all I want. No problem. That's why we're here, to show you both sides. It's two investment plans. One is no recruiting required, straight passive. And then we'll talk a little bit about the active side, where you can actually 10x your income in a very short period of time. All right. So let's dive right into what are we going to talk about exactly. We're going to talk about the three companies. We're going to talk a little bit about the relationship that we mentioned earlier. We're going to talk about a full circle solution, and you'll understand that through why ZENIQ. Why do I want to be part of this particular program, this plan? Will it take me where I want to go? Passive and active investment. We're going to talk about the coin value. We're going to talk about coin distribution as well. We're going to talk about the actual ZENIQ decentralized exchange and the blockchain that they are have amazingly put together for this purpose. We're going to talk about the Hub 01, which is an actual device, and tokenization projects and strategic partnerships. So first of all, ZENIQ has the solutions. So today we know that based on information that I've seen, based on information I put out into these particular sessions and conversations I've had with corporate office and in my upline, they have the answers. A lot of the information is coming and coming and coming, but it's coming in the form of what are they going to develop next? And so they take a lot of the feedback from us, from before, from the times that they did their research and development, and they're creating things in due time. So the ecosystem has your app, it has your coin, it has your exchange, it has your tokenization projects, it has a university, it has debit cards. All of these things are part of the ecosystem, but they can't all come out at the same time, because it would not be cost effective or even cost productive to do that. Therefore, we see the coin comes out first, right? Then after that, there's a continuation of the minting process so that you'll see value as you are part of the organization. So the longer you're with the organization, the more coins you will collect over time. And this is something that's a very powerful thing, because a lot of people ask the question about, okay, what am I going to make, every month? What am I going to make every day? And you're going to earn coins that will collect and create more value over time. And that's really that in the background, building your wealth process that the company has created. And we'll definitely get into that more so towards the end of this particular segment. Asset accumulation for everybody. So that's building up your collection of ZENIQ coins. The minting process is there, and it will show you that those coins will be available to you at a point in the future. Decentralized exchange with minimal fees is nothing else that they're doing. And one of the most amazing parts of the company and their road forward is this $1 trillion market of tokenization that they've carved out their piece, their niche in the blockchain world. So it is fascinating. It is amazing. And we are going to see so much more as we go along. So you want to know, is ZENIQ Technologies an actual company? Do they have an actual facility in an actual country or city or state? Yes, they do. So to alleviate any headaches, this is just kind of give you a snapshot in Dubai. We have people physically there right now. I know that, like I said, Eddie and a team is over in Dubai. I've asked him, if he gets a chance to dial in, just to say hello while he's physically there, that would be awesome. So that's, that's okay if he does. If not, that's okay. You know what, we'll get some information, and maybe next week we'll be able to present what he's seen with his own eyes as well. So yes, they're located in Dubai International Financial Center. And maybe, towards the end of this, I'll see, because we have somebody from Dubai actually on the call, so we can, if maybe she's been over there, maybe she's seen the actual operation as well. And so we'll ask that question kind of as we go towards the end of the first segment, and see if we can get some feedback on that. All right, but this is the actual location address. If you need to go and check it out, have somebody check it out, no problem. All right, OCS, International Commodities Investment. This is the international investment bank that is supporting and has taken on ZENIQ as a client, which is a very powerful thing to say in a network marketing world, because there's never been an actual investment bank that has invested their money and time into a crypto-based network marketing company. This has never been done. And why? Because even regular banks are kind of like, well, you know what, we'll stay away from that because of the volatility of cryptocurrency, the uncertainty, and then, the regulations behind that. And a lot of the international, banks and financial institutions are really, kind of standoffish because they don't really know what's going to happen next. But then you see in the world today that everybody wants to have a piece of cryptocurrency. Everybody wants to invest in it in the background, and then they can control it, and then they want to add it to their portfolio for their accredited investors and high yield and high net worth people. But the regular folks out here, we need an avenue too. And guess what? ZENIQ Technologies has provided that, and they have the backing of this international investment bank that's very creditable across the globe. The website's there if you want to take a look. You can see what they're doing. They have over 400 million assets under management, so they're not small fry. They've invested over 500 million into their the companies that they support, and they actually have a vested interest in seeing it succeed. So I can't imagine them having an actual location in Dubai, being supported by an investment bank, being supported by a major company called SAFIR Global, and they not be legit, and they not be real. And I haven't even talked about the strategic partners that are part of that ecosystem as well. But just to highlight, yes, there is actual evidence and videos and actual articles that support that royal family of Dubai is supporting ZENIQ Global as a strategic partner, and actually contracted with them to do blockchain-based services, what they call tokenization of processes, and which just makes their operation more efficient. Why is this true? Because they've always, in Dubai, they've always been on that same track to become smart city, which smart cities, you can look it up and get more information. But in a nutshell, smart cities are like the driverless vehicles, whereas everything is talking to everything, and you can just go about your business and everything is recorded and in a kind of a predictive manner. And it's supposed to make your life easier, but some people argue that's not really the case. So anyway, they are leaders in this industry, leaders in this space. And these are some of the people that are supporting them and backing them, including the royal family there in Dubai, which brings me to my next slide. There is obviously evidence, more extensive evidence of this. but this is just a snapshot of what we provided, so that people will actually understand these guys are the real deal. They're not here playing around. You may get some articles out there that somebody is doing some research and they find one thing, but they miss the 15 other things that support what these companies are doing and what they're doing together, SAFIR and ZENIQ, and how they're helping to promote the blockchain-based services to make the economy so much more efficient. And the tokenization portion of the company is amazing in what they're doing for Dubai, as well as other clients around the Middle East and obviously into the world as they grow and take on new projects. All right, so just this little snapshot of their strategic partner there, the actual Sheikh Saeed bin Hasha Al Maktoum, right there in the Dubai royal family. All right, blockchain. Since ZENIQ has one of the fastest blockchains on the market, just wanted to highlight that blockchain services is in all types of industries. If you didn't know, banking, logistics, health, insurance, energy, real estate, trade, government, IoT, and travel, and so many more. So we know for sure blockchain is here to stay. And if you want to be part of the future, then it starts now. The blockchain will be bigger than the internet. So this is something from the CEO of Binance. I think he knows a little bit about the finance, the crypto, and definitely blockchain. And so that's a pretty strong from that gentleman there. So we talk a little bit about the blockchain. And so one of the highlights that I want to say, and this is where this slide really jumps off the page, is that ZENIQ has created a blockchain that's 50,000 transactions per second. And so to put that into context, right, 50,000 transactions per second. Bitcoin blockchain does about 6 to 7 transactions per second. So they've created something that is unmatched in the industry. And if you do any withdrawals from your commissions in your back office, you will see the effects of an instant payment. Instant, meaning it happens really fast. And I don't know if you've seen my videos, but I've done a couple of videos and actually showed that how fast that happens, because I couldn't believe it, but it's real. It's not a pending, it's not a within 24 hours. It happens like that. So that blockchain is very fast. It operates across the board. So this is new stuff. This is why this is so critical to understanding what is the value of a ZENIQ blockchain. Why are we even at this party? Because this is the base of everything that they do. And if they have the absolute best blockchain, they have the absolute fastest, and they have a blockchain that is not limited to only their coins, their tokens. They have created a way in a decentralized exchange, which is the ZENIQ blockchain, that's across the board, meaning you have Ethereum, you have Binance Smart Chain, you got Tron, Matic, you have Bitcoin, you have all of these other blockchains out there, and these have exchanges attached to them. But if you try to cross over between a Tron and a Ethereum, you're going to have to wrap and you're going to have to swap. Well, guess what? ZENIQ is eliminating all of that because there's fees involved in that process. Big fees, up to $100 and something for a transfer. So they have created a way on their blockchain that none of that's required, and you can swap and switch and trade anything you want on their blockchain through their exchange, which is coming in 2022. So that's right there is a game changer in itself. If you like to trade crypto, this is definitely the exchange that you will want to use. So we have what we call the ZENIQ HUB 01. Of course, 01 meaning it's the first one. And so some of the attributes are here. In addition to what you see here, this hub does have a Masternode. So when you get into the mindset of Masternode, okay, wow, what does that mean? That means if you actually are minting fiat currency, like your regular pounds or euros or dollars or whatever your currency is, that paper money has to have a master plate that creates the rest of it. Well, guess what? This hub has actual Masternode that creates the rest of it, right? So you have access to the master plate. Now, if you do this in some other environment, it is very costly. Now, everybody wants to have a Masternode, especially in these other programs, which I've read about, I've seen, I reviewed. And so I know that Masternodes are available in other programs, but they cost you a lot more than just being a regular member. In this one, you pay one cost, no matter which cost it is, whatever package you purchase, you are going to have access to a Masternode. Either you have it with the hub or you have it online. Either way, you're going to get the coins that are continuously minted into your account through a Masternode. That will be coming to you, and you are kind of the owner of whatever comes off of that Masternode, depending on the purchase. If you purchase this device, then you'll have the Masternode in hand. If you purchase the cloud hub, then obviously it's going to be located on the blockchain, not in the cloud, on the blockchain. There's two different locations, and it will distribute those coins the same way as it would if you had a physical device. So it doesn't change how you get them. It just changes where they come from and what's the ownership of those. Now, the actual ZENIQ coin, which is a very popular thing. If you look at the Uniswap, which is the first platform or trading platform that ZENIQ decided to put there and list their coin, is on Uniswap, the decentralized exchange, which is the largest decentralized exchange out today. And then PancakeSwap is next. And then there's other ones on and on and on, 1inch and so on and so forth. But Uniswap is the largest exchange. So if you're going to go out there and put your coin somewhere, why wouldn't you put it on the largest decentralized exchange? That's where they started. So when people ask the question, where's the coin? Can I trade it? Okay, absolutely. It's on Uniswap. So definitely that's a solid. We know that there's a limited amount of coins. That's something that you want to know, right? So when you purchase a package, you want to make sure that you get enough that you don't lose out later on, because based upon the coin package you get will directly relate to the shares and commissions that you're going to get or be authorized for later on with the actual commissions from tokenization projects and the decentralized exchange. So you want to make sure that you choose right when you're making your purchase of the actual coin package. There's an annual halving. This is very, very critical in the understanding of how the coins are minted. You have an annual halving and you have a sales halving. So I want to explain that real quick up front, because we're going to hear about this coin thing later on. The sales halving happens when every 1,000 hubs, which is a package, quote unquote, of coins, when those 1,000 hubs are sold, then the halving process is 4% is reduced in the distribution of the coins are minted. So there's a 4% reduction in what's going to be distributed, because the minting is reduced, then obviously the distribution is reduced. And so there's a time delay in when those coins will show up, how many will show up, but it'll happen over time. Here's what you don't want to forget, right? Here's the economics of that. When the coins are halved, when the production is halved, the value is increased, right? So would you rather have 100 coins because you're demanding 100 coins because that's what somebody told you, but you only getting a value of 50 cents per coin? Or would you rather get what the actual production is, 20 to 30 coins, but the value is $1 to $5 per coin? That's the difference that you're going to have to make when you start to observe the distribution of coins into your account, okay? Because it will change over time, but the value is going to increase dramatically because there's a limited amount of coins, because the halving process, and because we are bringing in numbers, 100,000+ members in the first 3 months. So we know that that number is shooting up. And so the demand is going up tremendously. And you can see that on Uniswap as well. All right. So there is tokenization of ZENIQ projects and others. So all of these are going to play into where that coin is used and how it's used across the ecosystem. So don't forget that. And yes, it will, they've stated, they don't have a date for it. They will get the coin listed on CoinMarketCap so people can see the value and all that kind of stuff. So that's something coming down the road, nothing real soon. All right. So real quick, ZENIQ Exchange, I'll talk a little bit about that. It's definitely a special project. It's going to be better than what's out there. That's a given. This information will be available on the replay as well. So I won't go into each detail, but just know that the fees are going to be lower. Just know that there will be all types of digital assets that can be traded, which is different from any other exchange out there. And it crosses all blockchains. So it's not just Ethereum. It's not just Binance. It's not just Tron. All of that in one exchange. So that's why they're getting it all together, making sure it's good to go. The app is on its way. They're testing things out. Like I said, there's no date, but we know that they've done the test. They brought it back. They're kind of fixing up some things. And then I'm sure any day now, we'll hear about that coming on out, and we'll be able to enjoy the use of an app. And an app is an app. I mean, there's you know, some things that are special about this one, but in the bigger sense, you know, it's an app on your phone. You're able to go in and you can monitor your SAFIR hub, which is in, you know, your access. So wherever your accounts are, which is in the SAFIR, you know, desktop, then you can go into your dashboard. You can go into your account. You can look at everything, and you can decide on what you want to transfer, what type of, you know, cryptocurrency you want to take your ZENIQ coins, and you want to transfer that to another wallet. You can do that, and then you can transfer that into fiat to make payments online, offline, wherever you want. So this is one of those devices that I think many of us have looked for and look forward to, so that we can use our cryptocurrency and go ahead and make regular payments and make regular purchases and things like that in the real world. So that's going to facilitate some of that as well. So we're looking forward to utilizing that technology very, very soon. So the big question is multi-trillion-dollar market tokenization. What is that all about? Why do we even bring that up? Why is it such a big deal for the ZENIQ technology program? Well, one, it's very profitable. That's one. Let me give you an example on the tokenization. So when we look at art, for instance, digital art, okay? So we know art in itself is probably, you know, very, very high, you know, high net worth, you know, high value, so on and so forth, because it's unique, right? If somebody's created something from their hands, it's great. So here we have digital art, and there was an actual painting, digital art that was sold for $69 million, an NFT, non-fungible token type blockchain-based art in the decentralized finance kind of protocols, right? We know that happened recently over the last few months. $69 million for some digital art. And you're like, what? Yeah, that happened. Well, guess what? That is part of very, very, you know, one piece of how tokenization can benefit actual members of this organization. If ZENIQ has gotten contracted to do, let's say they do auctions, and they perform this auction and somebody sells a $69 million piece of digital art, guess what? They're going to get a commission off of that, and we're going to get a commission off of that because we're coin holders. Like I said, these are passive income profit ways that the company is giving, you know, as people that purchase coin packages with ZENIQ Technologies. So when you are a coin holder, you are benefiting from these type of tokenization projects that the company is doing. If the company is given a project to do real estate, right, tokenized real estate, and basically breaking down a building into what I call bite-sized pieces so everybody can invest in them, you don't have to invest in that. You have no requirement to even be part of the planning. All you are privy to is commissions after all of that is done. That's the beauty of being a coin holder with ZENIQ Technologies, is you're going to gain value from the projects that they already have lined up, that they're already doing. So in the bigger sense, you are kind of like a shareholder, not owning the company, no parts of the company, but you're a shareholder getting dividends from the value that the company is creating with these projects. That's tokenization in a very, very small, brief way. And this is in your back office. So if you're a member already and you have an actual user ID and password, and you get into SAFIR Global back office, this right here is in the frequently asked questions. What is tokenization? There's the answer. Why tokenization? There's the answer. What can be tokenized? There's the answer. So when you have customers, if you have clients, you have potential prospects that actually ask the question, you have the answer available to you right there. Okay. Now, this right here is your entry into this world, literally. These are actual representations of entry levels, if you will, into the SAFIR Global ecosystem of membership. And so any SAFIR Global member is going to get profits from or commissions from, one, tokenization projects, which I just talked about, and you're going to benefit from decentralized exchange when those exchanges go online, right? And then people start to trade on those exchanges. Then as coin holders that purchase one of these particular packages, we're going to get commissions. 100% of the commissions go to the coin holders from the decentralized exchange. There's going to be commissions that come off of the tokenization projects that's going to the coin holders, somebody that purchases one of these packages or more than one of these packages. So that's really the key to this page is these are the entries into getting commissions from the organization as they grow. And we know that this thing is a massive, massive opportunity of growth. And so this is why we're here today, is to express to you, this is definitely something you want to seriously consider because you don't want to be looking at this next year, this time saying, man, what happened to me last year? Why didn't I make the right decision? And so I behoove you. It really, really is something that you want to seriously consider investing in. The ZENIQ HUB 01 is 1998 euro. That's the actual device I showed you earlier. It has a Masternode. It has a cold wallet, multi-coin wallet. It has access to your back office. It has access to the trading platform that's created by ZENIQ, and you'll be able to do your trades right from that platform. It has access to other assets that you purchase or invest in through ZENIQ. All that'll be right there at your fingertips. If you like an actual device in your hand, that's a device you want to have. And you accumulate coins through that device as well. So all of these packages accumulate coins. All of these packages accumulate coins. So the question you have to ask yourself, and when people come to you and talk about ZenIQ Coin, then they're like, hey, where's the coin at? It's on Uniswap. Okay, how do I purchase it? Well, we don't purchase the coin directly. We purchase a program that helps to mint or produce coins over time. So you can purchase one coin over there on the Uniswap platform without going through this platform, right? If you want to go with the coin and nothing else, purchase the coin over there. But if you want to be part of the program that mints coins on a continuous basis, then you want to be over here, because it is very reasonable based upon your coin purchase and your coin package purchase, which is one of these items here from 100 euro all the way to 300,000 euros. You can select which one that works for your budget, but you have to consider that these are shares, quote unquote. Now, I'm not saying you own any other company. Don't misquote me, but I'm giving it to you as an example because it's going to make sense to you later on. These are shares. If you purchase 1,498, if you purchase 2,950, if you purchase 5,800, all the way up to the 300,000, whichever purchase or hub you purchase, it's going to equate to how many shares or commissions of shares that you get from the tokenization projects from the decentralized exchange. So you got to really put that into perspective, right? You're going to accumulate coins as you grow, as the company produces, as the blockchain works, as the minting process goes, coins will be produced. That is extra, but you're purchasing value in the projects that the company is doing. And if you want to get a bigger share, then you're going to have to make a bigger investment. That's the reality of investing. All right. And the company is solid. The company is growing. By the end of September, they're going to give us more information about the actual projects that they're working on. And so, you know, if you want to be around, if you want to be part of this organization, then you'll, be privy to that information and you'll know exactly, what are the projects that they're working on. Boom, they're going to lay that out for us. The app is coming out. All of the things that they're doing. This company is only 3 months into the marketing side of it, right? So there's a lot of things that they're doing in the background that's coming to fruition as we, continue bringing this information to the public, because we're trying to make everybody aware that this is here. This is a company that's doing real things with this particular blockchain space called decentralized finance. And it is leading in their niche called tokenization. Nobody else out there can touch ZENIQ when it comes to this, and you don't want to miss this. All right, so your choice is based upon your budget. You can do 100 euros. You can purchase multiple packages if you like, not a problem. Let's say, for instance, you can only you've invested somewhere, and your money is pretty much tied up somewhere else, and you say, you know what, I don't want to miss out, so let me get some right now. Purchase 150 euro hub, not a problem, right? 2 months from now, you may say, you know what, I'm good, I'm ready. I got, a couple of thousand that I want to put in, come back, and you can purchase a different package. You can do 800, you can do 450, you can do 250. This is easy. You can come back and do whatever you want. So there's no limit on your level of investment when it comes to this. I had a member that said, hey, I want to do 10,000 investment. And I said, that's great. You got a couple of options. You can either do 5,800 and add another package to get you a 10,000, or you can do the 11,300, which gives you 8x, which 8x is about 400 shares versus 200 shares, quote unquote, right? These are examples on how that commission process will work as we go forward. So if you purchase 11,300, then you're going to have X amount of shares in the company, quote unquote. Like I said, you don't own any of the company, so don't get me wrong. But that's what's going to give you better access to a larger amount of commissions when those commissions start to roll out. Then you're going to look at the 800 euro half housing hub, and you can look at any of those combinations to come up with that 10,000. So you could do that, or you could just say, you know what, there's 11,300. Let me do that one. Boom, get it done. I'm good to go. Or you can do 5,800 and a 2,950. About 6 and 3, so you're looking at about 9,000. So there's a lot of ways you can do that to make sure you're collecting and building up your particular value in what the company is providing. And when you're in place, then you're going to reap those benefits over and over and over. And none of this requires you to recruit anybody. That's kind of one of the things that I want to make sure people understand. This is the passive income side. Okay. So you just got to make a decision on where you want to be. All right. To recap, investment plan 1 says this is a coin driven in reality. Yes, you will be getting actual digital coins into your account on a continuous basis throughout your time as a member with this organization. That is true. So you will see that happening. But what you're really looking at is you're buying value in 1, to the left here, the exchanges, 2, the tokenization projects on the right, 3, you have all of these other parts in the ecosystem, the app, the ZENIQ Hub, the debit cards are coming. All of that is part of the reality that this coin is bringing to your portfolio. So if you want to be a leader going into the future with the right company at the right time, this right here is so powerful, and it's just growing and growing and growing. So there's a lot of information that we're going to be bringing out in the future. There's things that we've been told, but they haven't given us an actual date. So it just would not be right to bring it up at this point. Like I said, there are key milestones that's been hit. Somebody asked, when did they start? 2018, they had a conversation. They created an idea about here's where we want to be. Something that's unique, something that's different. We're going to create this exchange, and they started that process. In 2020, they launched a website. By April 2021, the company had listed their coin on Uniswap, and so it's been live ever since. When it hit Uniswap, it started about 2 cents, and within, I think, 3 months, now we're at 40. I think we got up to about 40, 41 cents. So hopefully somebody will give me the today's actual price for the coin. We'll see where we're at. I'm not sure at this point, but yeah, by the end of the brief, if somebody can just tell me what that coin price is. And so we move on to bottom right. We got Q2 2021. They got the app and the ZENIQ Hub online. We're already doing that right now. The first tokenization projects already in play. The ZENIQ debit cards on its way. That's something that's coming by the end of the year. And we have the exchange that they're creating. They're working on that thing step by step, making sure everything is right. Q1 or Q2 of 2022, we should see an actual version of that online. And one of the most interesting things that they're doing is in 2022, breaking ground on a physical, actual location for the ZENIQ University, where you can get your bachelor's, maybe your business degree, but it's blockchain based education. That right there is pretty fascinating. So a physical university that they want to create. So looking forward to that. All right. So that is the end of our passive income part. This is the investment plan 2. If you're interested in, like I said, 10x in your income, that's really the easiest way to put it, because the only difference between the two is you're going to make money over here on the passive side. And guess what? The networkers are going to make money on the passive side and on the active side. So you're just adding to your income. That's really what this does. So I want to show you what the company is going to do for you when it comes to compensation, if you actually share this information with others. And so, like I said, by the end of this particular brief, you will be thanking the person that invited you, or you're probably falling asleep, one or the other. As you can see, we got a unit level, which is 15 levels. We got a career and rank bonus, and we have the global profit sharing, right? Which they call a performance bonus. All right. So for the unit level, like I said, 15 levels. The 15 levels gives you, and this is probably the simplest way I can put it. If you've been involved in any online investment programs, you know that there is what they call a direct referral bonus, right? That term seems to be the most common term. So if you compare apples to apples and you're looking at this and saying, okay, where's that direct referral? Like if I invite somebody, what am I going to get? Absolutely. If you invite somebody, your direct referral bonus is 9% per purchase. Anybody that you invite, when they make a purchase, you get 9%. Simple as that, right? And so on and so on and so on. And so when that person that you invited, they invite someone, that's your second level. That person makes a purchase, they will get 9% and you will get 8%. And it works on the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, all the way down to the 9th level. And then that 1% kind of continues until the 14th. And then it raises it back up again to 2%, which is crazy good, right? Hadn't seen that before, but I appreciate it because these guys are leaders in this particular space. Now let's move on to the career bonus. These career levels, I call them leadership levels, because when you start to hit Ruby, double Ruby, so on and so forth, then you are leading a team. You're leading because you can't do it alone. You have to lead a team, and you have to lead a team effectively in order to reach these different levels, right? You do have a level 1, 2, 2, and 3. Those will get you up to about 75 euro bonus, which is cool because some of them don't give you anything. When you hit 5,000 euros in your organization, they're going to give you a 75 euro bonus, which is pretty cool. They actually, you know, are thinking about you and making sure that you see that they appreciate what you're doing. Now, when you get into some of the leadership levels where you're building your teams, you're creating some momentum, you're helping people earn, because you can't build a team without helping others earn. That's kind of goes hand in hand, right? So everybody else is earning as well, right? But you're going to start to move up the ladder. Here's how this works. To hit the Ruby level, very simply, you need 7 direct referrals, right? That actually make a purchase, and 10,000 sales volume. Boom. You hit the Ruby, they're going to give you 300 euro in incentive pay, right? So that's a nice little bonus when you hit that Ruby level. 7 direct, 10,000 in sales, boom, in your organization, and you get 300 euro bonus. Now, for double Ruby, when you get 20,000, this is 10,000, and then you get an additional 10,000. I didn't say additional 20, an additional 10,000, right? To get to that 20, because it's cumulative. Then you have 12 direct, right? Like I said, this is leadership. You're talking to people, you're strategizing, you're creating momentum, you're leading people. Then they're going to help you build up your organization. And when you get to 20,000 in sales, right, including your purchase, if you want to add value, if you want to add to the volume, then you make a purchase that adds to that volume. So it's including your sales as well. You get to 20,000, they're going to give you 600 euro incentive bonus. Okay. So when you really step it up, when you really become effective and you have those 12 that are, leading the charge on your front line, out there doing the do, building organizations as well, they're going to hit Ruby, they're going to hit double Ruby. Now you get 100,000 in sales, euros in sales, and you're going to move up to the SAFIR level. Hit the SAFIR level, they're going to give you 3,000 euro bonus for that. Okay. And I know you see the stars there, and we'll talk about those stars in a minute. To get to double SAFIR, you have the same 12. So the company is like, hey, good. You've definitely shown that you're the real deal. You got your 12 direct. The 12 direct are working with you closely. You get to 300,000 in your organization as sales. They're going to give you 9,000 euro bonus. Yes, we do have a double SAFIR in our organization, and it's not me. So that shows you this is a level playing field. Anybody can win, right? It doesn't have to be just me. I hit SAFIR, then I had somebody in my organization hit double SAFIR. So that means it's a level playing field. It's not, oh my gosh, you know what, if we do all this work, this guy, he's going to get everything. It doesn't work that way, right? And we've proven it because somebody in my organization has already got to the double SAFIR. It's pretty awesome though. Now, if you get to 500, when you get to 500 in sales, right, and you already have your 12, front line, they're going to give you a 15,000 euro bonus at that level. At Black Sapphire, they're going to give you 15,000 euro bonus as an incentive to get to diamond. This right here is just an amazing position to be in, because it really kind of tells you and brings you to that level of this company is for real. This program is amazing, because when you see and compare it to anything else that you see out there, there's no compensation plan that can match this, right? So why wouldn't you shoot for diamond? Right? You're a diamond, so you should go for diamond, right? So diamond, you have 13 direct, okay? When you have 1 million in volume, because you're working with your 13, right? You're helping to build your organization. You get to 1 million in volume. The company's going to pay you a 40,000 euro incentive check, incentive bonus, incentive anything, 40,000 euros incentive, right? So that should incentivize you to keep on going at that point. Now, here's what's interesting about it. I'm not going to talk about all of these, because I think right there is enough to let you know that the company is serious about taking your abilities to the next level. So let's talk a little bit about what those stars mean, right? Because you can kind of see that there's 6 other areas that they're going to pay you bonuses, all the way up to $2.5 million bonus. So believe me, they're ready and ready to do the right thing based on your production. Okay, so right here, I want to show you that we have what we call the performance bonus. Okay, things are moving a little weird on me here, but we're going to figure it out. Okay. Okay, it's not moving. All right, let's try it again. All right, there we go. So this performance bonus, or the global profit sharing. All right, so the stars represent shares, right? We talk about shares. And I think you understand shares in a company. If you purchase stock shares, if the company wants to provide some type of commission and they break it up into shares, then this is the same thing. So at the end of the month, then SAFIR Global says, okay, let's see what type of volume we got here as far as profits. They take 10% of that, and then they look across and say, okay, how many rank levels do we have? So they take the rank levels and say you got 100 rank levels out there. Then they're going to take that 10% and slice it up into 100 pieces and say, oh, okay, so if I got 1 million or 2 million in profit here that we're going to use the 10%, then that means 200 euros per is a share. So now they got 200 euros per share. Now that 1 represents 1 share. So as a Ruby, when you hit Ruby, you get 300 euro bonus, and you're going to get 1 share of the profit sharing. That means if it's 200 euros, you're going to get 200 euros additional to that 300. Now, when you hit double Ruby, you're going to get 2 shares. So if it's 200, you get 400 here, right? They already gave you 600. Now they're going to give you another 200, which is your 400, because you got 2 shares. Now, when you hit the Sapphire level, they take it up a notch. You're going to get 10 shares as a Sapphire. So I'm pretty excited about that. So 10 shares as a Sapphire, right? So if it's 200 per share, then you're going to get 200 times 10, which is 2,000 euros for that particular level. When you hit double sapphire, like one of our leaders in the organization is a double sapphire, is going to get 20 shares times the 200. So 200 times 20 gives you 4,000 euro at this level. Now, when you get to diamond, we know black sapphire is amazing, but we're going to hit diamond real quick. And then I'm going to give you the surprise piece of the puzzle. You hit diamond, you're going to get 80 shares. So that's 200 times the 80 shares will give you 16,000 euro performance bonus. Now, you already got 40,000 for the career bonus. Now you got 80,000 times 2, which is your 16,000. But guess what? Let's rewind it a bit. Ruby, double ruby, sapphire, double sapphire, black sapphire, diamond, and all the way to double gold diamond. You don't only get that diamond 16,000 one time, you get it 6 months in a row. Yes, it's very true. If you hit any of these levels at the performance level, at the global profit sharing, you're going to get that for 6 months in a row. So if you're out there now struggling, you're trying to make ends meet, you get into the game, you get 100 euros, you get started, right? Boom, you make some profit, you upgrade. You make a little more profit, you upgrade. You get to a point where, let's say in 6 months, you hit diamond and you're like, man, I'm done. I'm good. I'm happy. You're making money. But guess what? Now you can actually have a salary type benefit with this organization. So if you want a new salary that you don't have to go out there and, I don't know, clock in for, that it comes automatically because of your production, guess what? In your team's production, let me correct that, you and your team, then guess what happens? The company is going to issue you right in your back office every month a bonus check every month for 6 months straight. If you at that 5th month go to the next level, you get 6 more months. That means for a whole year, you're telling me for a whole year, I hit a rank 1 month, I hit another rank another month. So I really put in work above and beyond, sweat, blood, and tears for 2 months. And the company pays me for a whole year on top of everything else. Come on, guys. Game over, period. Not game changer. This is game over. There's nothing compared to this. Anyway, that's my brief. There's nothing I can follow with. It's amazing. Let us regain control of our finances right here, right now, through this amazing opportunity. All right, let's take some questions, comments, anything on your mind. Let's talk about it. 32 cents. Boom. There we go. It went up. All right. I know I don't have any blocks on.
Hello.
Hey, Gardenia.
It's Gardenia. We don't have anything additional in the chat. Someone did type in that ZENIQ is at 32 cents at the moment.
Nice.
And I just wanted to say what's wonderful about that is because since you started doing these wonderful Zoom calls, we started when ZENIQ was about 12 cents or 15 cents. So for those of you who jumped in and you now have 100, 200, 300, 400, or you as bad as Mr. Hill, 19,000 coins, you all have doubled your money since we've been on the call. Now don't go all run and take it out because we're gonna hope that it go up some more. So that is a wonderful thing, and we just hope that ZENIQ still keeps going in the direction we want it to go, and so far it's doing that. There you go.
You know what's amazing, right? Last week, after our call, because like I said, Gardenia, normally she'd be like, oh yeah, this is what happened with the coin. And I'm like, nah. But it is weird. I think it's like maybe every Saturday, maybe that's why people get a chance to, maybe make some purchases or something. But I'm sure it has nothing to do with me. But it's fascinating that last week, by the time we got off, and we had a great call last week too, just like, today is really good. It went to like 41 cents. I mean, it just shot up, right? And we were just like, whoa, that's pretty awesome. So yeah, so every week it's doing its thing. And, I mean, just like anything else, it's going to go up, it's going to go down, it's going to go up, going to go down. I mean, we could have a whole session about coins that came out at one point. And then if you look at them over time, I mean, that ain't no different. So if somebody's getting like, oh my gosh, it went from 40 cents to 32. It started at 2 cents. And now we're at 32. Come on, guys. This is amazing. Gio, talk to me.